So I've got a little confession to make. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for some time, and I thought it was gonna be much easier than it actually is. I assumed that all these YouTubers that are making all these content, getting all these views, I was like, how hard can it really be? You just talk about some stuff and it picks up and it goes from there. And for the past couple weeks, I've been trying to really dial it in and figure it out, getting all this gear, getting all this equipment, programs, and I just learned it is such a daunting task. And as I've gone through, I've started to gain a little experience. I've watched a ton of videos, all these gurus saying do this, do that. This is how you build your niche or your channel, and selecting your niche. And I've just learned that there's a reason why the people producing the best content are actually making it. So, hats off to you, salute to you for that, because wow, it's really difficult. And I was trying to pick, what am I gonna do these topics on? I'm a pretty interesting guy, I thought. I'm passionate about these things, and the more and more I was talking about these topics, I realized that it sounded really contrived and it sounded pushed. I was trying to use scripts, and I really hated the content I was making. And then I wasn't putting anything out. I have 5 or 6 videos to post, and it's not that I don't want to push them or I'm scared. It's not what I want anyone to see. I don't even want to see it because it wasn't natural. It wasn't genuine. So I had an epiphany last night, and it was like, everything I need to talk about and post is right here. I'm really fortunate enough I have some land, as you can see in the background. And as over there's a little tiny house that I've been trying to get ready to move in. Our family's gonna move into it. You can probably hear my daughter over there. She's getting all excited. But yeah, it's been a grind, and I've been here for weeks, and I've been trying to think to myself, what am I gonna post on? What am I gonna do? And literally, it sounds ridiculous, but this is it. I think this is what my channel needs to be on. I was thinking about doing DIY, but then I got frightened about, oh, am I gonna have enough projects and this and that? And I'm not a contractor, so I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna be the guy that's telling anyone how to build anything, but I am gonna be doing the projects. I am going to be, doing what I need to do to get this property ready, so I can live in it with my family, and then put, that one up the hill behind me. Start renting that one out maybe once I get to it. Hopefully, you never know. We might move into that one because it's a little bigger, but these are definitely tiny footprints, both tiny homes. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do some lifestyle, some habitat, some building, some talking, maybe build a community, get some friends. I did some pipe fitting today. I had to hook up the septic, and I kind of don't know what I'm doing. You'll see. I think I'm gonna show up before this or after this. Who knows? But I got my wife over here. She's pretty passionate about doing some videos with me too, and I'm really excited to be doing this adventure. It's real glamorous, but I enjoy it.
Uh-oh, I heard baby.
Here's this septic line that I got to build out. I've got to fit all this PVC under there. I'm starting with some 4-inch pipe. Anyways, I'm not too thrilled that I have to go under the tiny home, and it just rained a lot recently, and there are a ton of bugs under there. There's so many spiders. I'm not a big fan of those guys. I've got to be honest. I get the heebie-jeebies. I'm from a city. I'm not used to dealing with critters like that, and so me going under here was it took a lot for me to just swallow my fear and say, you know what, this stuff's got to get done. People go in far worse spaces, all the time. Just stop being a wuss and get done and do it. So I did, and I'm really glad I went under there. It seems like such a small accomplishment, but also I promised myself that if I can finish this under here and hang out with all these critters, I can post this video. And that's what it was all about. I faced my fears. I was really kind of amped up. I had a lot of anxiety, more so about posting the video. But once I got under there, everything started to feel pretty natural, and it got to the point where I felt good, and nothing really happened. I got a bunch of bug bites, but I'm pretty sure those are from the mosquitoes. It's all done. This is holding up for now until I glue it, but I'm actually pretty comfortable down here. After having to spend some time facing my fears a little bit, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty comfortable. There are a bunch of critters roaming around, but I think as long as I don't harm them, they're not going to harm me or bother me. And I'm sure some of you have been at far worse places with way more, spiders or whatnot, or darker. But for me, this was a big step, and I'm actually kind of enjoying it. So this has been a little bit of a growth for me, and part of this is also, I had to do it. Like I said, these pipes had to be installed so we could, have water flowing out of our little tiny home. And I had to start posting too. This was another thing I was facing my fears. So this whole experience has really got me excited and motivated me to move forward with what I have to do. And I think I'm really going to own this moment and just say, do what you have to do. Make it clear, make it known, and do what you must do. Just don't even think about it. Only worry about how you're going to do it, and make sure you're doing it the best you can do. And all you pipe fitters out there and stuff, I'll let you critique my pipe work. I've never worked with piping this large before. I had a big fish tank, 200 gallons back in the day, full reef for all you aquifers out there, saltwater. But I was only working with up to 1.5 inch piping, which I thought was big at the time. But I'm using 4-inch now, and this is a whole nother story. So yeah, I'm here. I'm happy. I've got some new friends, a couple over there. Yeah, this was awesome. I'm glad I did it. And there's way more to come. So thank you. Septic's pretty much done. We did some culverts. We're gonna get the electricity going. I wanted to be completely off grid, but it was really difficult out here. We got, as you can see, a lot of tree coverage, and it rains a lot. And so we weren't gonna be able to rely on that. So that's the one thing that we are pulling from grid. We were thinking about going solar. It's just probably not gonna work. So we're having our well dug, and then we'll be off to the races. We'll be able to live on this land full time, and we've got a lot of renovating to do because this was natural land, and it took a lot of work to get it up and running. And I've got a lot of content I guess I can start showing, but it's taken a lot of time and a lot of adjusting. I just got off of a ship. I was on it for 9 months. I was in the Navy for 5 years. My wife did van life, did some backpacking, during, after, before. So we're both used to living in small spaces. And I think everything up to now has led us to this point, and I'm glad we're here. We're ready to use our skills, use our passions to grow, and hopefully grow this channel. I'm really hoping that we can grow together.